Okay, so now we are going to do the step in section of your workbook page together. So you don't have to fill anything out on your journal page. You can just follow along with me. So this problem is going to be a word problem. So let's think about what we do when we come into word problems. So the first thing we do is we have to read the problem, and then we have to figure out what it is the problem is asking us to do. Okay, and then the last thing we have to do before we solve it is figure out what we know. So keep that in mind as we read. So let's see. There are 62 pages in a book. Anna reads 15 pages before she goes to bed. How many pages are left to read? So let's figure out what the problem is asking us. There are 62 pages in a book. Okay. Anna reads 15 pages before bed. How many pages are left to read? So we are trying to solve for how many pages she has left to read after she reads 15 of them. So now let's think about what we know. When we try and determine what the problem is telling us and what we have for information, I like to make the total part boxes just so I can keep myself organized. So we know our total would be the total number of pages in the book, and that's 62. So we know there's 62 pages in the book, and it says that Anna reads 15 of them. So we have our total is 62, one part is 15, and now we know we are solving for this other part. So in this kind of situation, when we have our total and we have one part, our equation would have to look like this to solve for the other part. 62 take away 15. Okay, so we know that's what our equation would look like. Now let's see how they solved it here. So Lulu uses blocks to figure out the answer. She drew these pictures to help. First, she showed 62. So she drew 62 blocks. Let's check and make sure she did it correctly. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 1, 2. Then she regrouped 110 for 10 ones. So she did that trading skill. Remember? She took out her 10, and she's going to take it away, and she's going to have to bring back 10 ones. Then she crossed out 15 to find the number left over. Crossed out 110 and then her 5 ones. Why do you think she regrouped one tens block for 10 ones blocks? Think about that for a second, and then we'll come back and talk about it as a group. You can pause the video if you want more time to think. Are you ready? So would Lulu have had enough ones blocks to take away 5 if she hadn't have traded this 10 in? She wouldn't have, would she? So she had to take that 10 away and add 10 ones so that she would be able to cross out all of her ones. Okay?